Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 16th at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 689 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. We don't learn to love the French, we love them, France's Le Pen tells Macron. Held up by history, Roman ruins provide building blocks for Serbian village. Democratic Congressman rips traitor Jim Jordan over January 5th text, why is anybody surprised? Omicron variant may hasten pace for COVID-19 to become endemic, ideal situation for a virus. Jaguars fire Urban Meyer after 13 games, countless missteps. How brothers in arms plotted theft, sale of U.S. Army weaponry. Trump endorses Lauren Boebert within 24 hours of Congress tacitly rebuking her for making Islamophobic comments. Schumer tees up nominations marathon as deal with Cruz elusive. At 12, she just became the youngest student to graduate from this college. What Nick Saban said about Deion Sanders landing Travis Hunter, nation's #1 recruit. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Bo becomes first major central bank to raise rates since pandemic, Reuters. McDonald's claws back $105 million from fired CEO Easterbrook, accused of hiding relationships from board, CNBC. Target has a restock of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X today, The Verge. Super Typhoon Rai slams into the Philippines as tens of thousands evacuate, CNN. What's next with COVID? Dr. Fauci offers new prediction, Deseret News. Huawei's P50 Pocket is a stylish clamshell foldable launching this month, The Verge. NATO signals support for Ukraine amid Russia threat, The New York Times. More hurricane-force wind gusts were reported across the U.S. in a single day than ever before, CNN. Bouncy castle in Tasmania is swept by wind, killing 5 children, The New York Times. Former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo says he was kicked by Urban Meyer during warm-ups, Tampa Bay Times. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Jacksonville Jaguars head coach fired after just 13 games. Stephen Colbert savages Republican Party right off the bat on The Late Show. The races that could prevent the hijacking of the 2024 election. Jimmy Kimmel gives Trump's pandemic Christmas parties the perfect name. 11 things not to say to those struggling with fertility at the holidays. You can still get these neat stocking stuffers on Amazon right now. Is it dry skin or eczema? Here's how to tell the difference. Kellogg's threatened to replace Strikers. That doesn't mean it will work. Are Spritz cookies the unsung heroes of Christmas baking? Afghanistan's healthcare system on the brink of collapse. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Teens used SUV gets repossessed by dealership. Admitted kidnapper mistakenly released from jail. Border Patrol agents volunteer at food bank. Community teams up to help provide Christmas gifts. Missouri darts expert to compete on world stage. Over 50 animals rescued from filthy conditions. Oldest mammal at Cincinnati Zoo dies at age 50. Man describes rescuing his neighbors after tornado. Michigan State adds shooting victim as honorary member of recruiting class. Convicted felon convicted on gun charge. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. NATO signals support for Ukraine amid Russia threat. CDC panel to discuss Johnson & Johnson blood clot risk. Power knocked out across Midwest after storms. Jaguars fire coach Urban Meyer after less than a season. Former McDonald's CEO Steve Easterbrook repays company $105 million. Super Typhoon Rai hits the Philippines. Keechant Sewell, a Queens native, comes full circle to head NYPD. There are better ways to build a burger. Hu Zijin, chief of China's Global Times, will retire. An Omicron surge is likely, here's what to expect. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. NFL Week 15 schedule, scores, updates and more. Food truck owner parks in middle of tornado wreckage, gives free meals to tornado first responders, victims. Leah Thomas and Apis, dominance in the pool leads to NCAA letter from fearful Penn parents about women and Apis, sports. Florida, the Village's residents accused of voter fraud in 2020 election after DeSantis pledges crackdown. Destructive weather hits plains, Midwest as storm risks forecast into Ohio Valley. COVID-19, South Korea bans gatherings of 5 or more people. San Francisco Police Union, Mayor and Apis, crime crackdown isn't Apis, acknowledgement and Apis, that defund police wasn't Apis, mistake and Apis. GMC Electric Sierra Denali pickup teased in first image. World War II veteran celebrates 105th birthday with French Legion of Honor. Boston, number 1 South Carolina women win at number 15 Duke 55-46. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 16th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. The Queen calls off Christmas lunch for 50 family members to Windsor amid soaring Omicron cases. Boris Johnson and wife Carrie reveal they have called their baby girl Romy. Now France bans Britons from all non-essential travel from Saturday after UK recorded A very British scandal, Claire Foy shown as Duchess of Argyll in first trailer for BBC drama. Police arrest 3 people over the deaths of LA model Christy Giles and Mexican designer friend. Defiant Ben Affleck whines about his hurt feelings saying he did not blame ex Jennifer Garner. Workforce stays at home as London's roads are quietest in summer. Man, 35, charged with murder of mother and father after they were found stabbed to death at home. Star Hobson's stepmother is number 1 target in jail where prisoners are queuing up to stab her. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are loving life as a family of 4 and are inseparable. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. How Omicron is changing the rules of the COVID-19 pandemic. I cannot escape, new abuses alleged in Ethiopia's Tigray. The race to defuse Congo's carbon bomb. Myanmar hands over to India 5 insurgents caught along border. Tokyo finds Omicron case in U.S. arrival isolating at home. 5 children die in bouncy castle accident in Australia. Rescuers battle strong typhoon lashing southern Philippines. Kiev keeping calm and carrying on even as Kremlin boosts pressure on Ukraine. As Omicron arrives in China, COVID restrictions leave millions facing holidays without family. 4 children killed after strong winds send bouncy castle flying in Australia. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID news live. France restricts UK tourists over Omicron, Portugal to lengthen border controls. Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers to begin defense in sex trafficking trial. Queen cancels pre-Christmas family lunch as COVID cases soar. Bell Hooks remembered, she embodied everything I wanted to be. Dining across the divide, he's such a nice guy but supports Brexit. He's young, it's not normal. Insane, intense, crazy. Max Verstappen reflects on Formula One title win, video. The 50 best films of 2021 in the US, No. 2, The Green Knight. From irresistible nibbles to decadent desserts, our best recipes for Christmas Day. They were forced to stay at work as a tornado bore down. Would a union have saved them? Hamilton Nolan. Real-life Squid Game, vampire names and Vlad's other job. Take the Thursday quiz. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. British surge seen as warning on Omicron but responses vary. One dead as Midwest winds whip up dust, blow over semi-trailers. Americans avoiding healthcare and pandemic over cost concerns. Expanded child tax credit nears end, raising fears for parents. France to restrict travel from Britain to fight Omicron. Russia hands draft security pacts to US, expects quick talks. Flood from illegal coal mining traps 21 people in China. 4 children dead after wind lifts bouncy castle 32 feet into the air. Jittery Ukrainian villagers fear that a big war will start. U.S. Treasury targets Brazil's top drug gang with sanctions. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. COVID, France to drastically restrict travel from UK. Super Typhoon Rai, thousands flee a storm lashes southern Philippines. Santa Claus delivers presents to children in Peru, via a fire ladder. Dutch royals regret holding party amid surge in COVID cases. Australia bouncy castle fall, 5 children killed and 4 others injured. Bruce Springsteen sells his entire music catalog for $500 m. Kentucky tornadoes, lost photos found 140 miles away. Michelle Audinette, Louisiana judge faces calls to quit over home video slurs. Beijing 2022, Putin tells Xi he will attend Winter Olympics. Russia-Ukraine, EU to warn Moscow against action. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Historic winds rip through the Midwest, more than 500,000 without power, 1 dead in Iowa. Omicron variant may multiply 70 times faster than Delta, study finds, latest COVID-19 updates. AP Top Stories December 16th. The AP interview, Nicole Hannah-Jones on democracy. Cavill gets more lines and fewer grunts in The Witcher. Showbiz minute, Young Dolph, Springsteen, Longoria. Children dead after wind blows away inflatable castle. Next steps a year after first COVID-19 vaccine, a spacecraft touches the sun. 5 Things podcast. I'm alive, the house is gone, harrowing stories from those who survived deadly Kentucky tornadoes. Fabulous Lena Richard, in Jim Crow times, a black woman chef from New Orleans built a food empire. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. 2021, the year of losing friends. Newsom stares down Texas on abortion and guns, winning political points in the process. Podcast, Vicente Fernandez, The King. The Year of Recovery and Renewal, a 2021 timeline. Despite California groundwater law, aquifers keep dropping in a race to the bottom. Op-ed, why make Eric Garcetti ambassador to India? Unknown sheen reported off Bolsa Chica State Beach. Commission finalizes LA County Supervisor's map, creating a second majority Latino district. Former LA Charter Schools director who embezzled millions is sentenced to probation. Ex-Queen Mary operators ordered by judge to pay daily $250 fine in alleged PPP loan fraud. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 16th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Russian court verdict confirms the presence of Russian troops in the east of Ukraine in a case concerning bribery and theft among the Russian military in Ukraine. How does Omicron spread so fast? Virus may now be multiplying 70 times quicker in airways. Fraud conviction appears to reveal Russian troop deployment in East Ukraine, the Moscow Times. Lithuania to ask European leaders for support in face of Chinese pressure. Russia could invade us in the blink of an eye, Ukrainian foreign minister warns. German police uncover plot by anti-vaxxer group to murder pro-vaccine mandate governor, arrest 6. North Korea executes citizens for watching K-pop videos, says Seoul-based NGO. COVID-19, British tourists to be banned from France amid rise in Omicron cases. UK News. There are currently 488 media professionals imprisoned around the world, the highest number since Reporters Without Borders began counting more than 25 years ago, the NGO announced Thursday. Indian cabinet clears push to raise marriage age of women from 18 to 21, bringing it at par with marriage age for men. 177,000 Pakistani children die before 5th birthday from malnutrition, minister. 4 children dead and several critically injured after jumping castle blown into air in Tasmania. Lithuania evacuates its embassy in China. Ukraine fears that Russian invasion could lead to World War III. Lee Harvey Oswald met KGB officer in Mexico City shortly before JFK assassination, new documents reveal. The next headlines are from Forbes. Where were the U.S. Capitol Police when protesters stormed the Capitol on January 6? Italy's Cesena FC is set to be acquired by American private equity manager Robert Lewis. Hooked at Throne, CM Punk as US merchandise king. Chicago Bulls dealing with COVID-19 outbreak as key trade date hits. Legal transformation is a business story. Skimflation is here. Will consumers have the courage to fight it? Brianna Stewart, Travis Kelce and Paris Saint-Germain, this week's most interesting sports business stories. In a single day, the U.S. Air Force flew almost half of its best available spy planes near Russia. Motional partners with Uber Eats for Santa Monica automated deliveries in 2022. Amazon and UPS are betting this electric aircraft startup will change shipping. The next headlines are from Nature.com. How COVID vaccine shaped 2021 in 8 powerful charts. Uncovering global scale risks from commercial chemicals in air. Fractional churn insulators in magic angle twisted bilayer graphene. Clarifying the burden of ovarian cancer. Decision makers need constantly updated evidence synthesis. Innovative therapies to tackle platinum-resistant ovarian cancer. Stomach cancer gets a triple punch of therapy. Daily briefing, Thwaites Glacier closer to collapse. How the little finches that amazed Darwin battle of empire fly. Pluto's strange ice patterns explained by new theory. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,751,486,473 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Female filmmakers shine at London Critics' Circle Film Awards with nominations for Jane Campion, Maggie Gyllenhaal and Joanna Hogg. Italy's Cinecit Studios revamp on track with increased occupancy, revenues and new facilities exclusive. Czech art house distributor Aero Films acquired by KVIFF Group exclusive. Pantaya, Caribbean rap production on Dominican original Los de Familia, reveal top-notch cast exclusive. Isabel Huppert to receive Berlin Film Festival's honorary Golden Bear. Here are all the top British shows premiering in 2022. Eddie Redmayne's Cabaret cancels performances amid West End closures due to UK COVID surge. The leveling director Hope Dixon Leach sets hybrid version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Toho 2022 slate reveal headed by films from Koi's Naomi, Ano Hideaki and Shinkei Makoto. Amazon enters Nigerian film market with multi-year licensing deal with Inkblot Studios. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Chicago Blackhawks settle with the former player who says he was sexually assaulted. Vaccine skeptics in Eastern Europe are having a change of heart. The White House aims to boost the ranks of the pandemic-strained trucking industry. As Omicron spreads, health experts push for mask mandates, but few states have one. Powerful typhoon hits Philippines, nearly 100,000 evacuated. Lithuania closes embassy in China after last diplomat leave amid Taiwan spat. A tantalizing clue to why Omicron is spreading so quickly. A Surfside condo collapse grand jury report calls for immediate reforms. As COVID cases surge, pro sports leagues re-evaluate their safety protocols. California allows San Francisco to maintain existing COVID-19 masking rules. The following headlines are from The Week. Late-night hosts also hold Mark Meadows in contempt. A plea to Merrick Garland for the future of our republic. The too muchness of Nightmare Alley. The radicalization of a COVID moderate. Mark Meadows was reportedly way more central to the January 6th siege than previously known. Expanded child tax credits, about 2 labs, kept 3.8 million kids out of poverty last month, study finds. The Fed predicted inflation fighting 2022 rate hikes, and stocks surged, should consumers cheer, too. Talks between Biden and Joe Manchin are reportedly going very poorly. January 6th doesn't need to be embellished. How the White House is scaling back holiday celebrations this year amid COVID concerns. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Galaxy found with twin supermassive black holes. A sun-like star just blasted out a flare that would be devastating if it happened here. Astronomy Jargon 101, Chromosphere. The recent killer tornado's track is visible from space. Astronomy Jargon 101, Albedo. Astronomy Jargon 101, Absolute Magnitude. Twin stars prove Einstein at least 99.99% right. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 16th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Parker Solar Probe, first spacecraft to touch Sun. All you need to know, 2021's December solstice. 5 weird things that happen in outer space. Comet Leonard brightens in evening near Venus. Dark matter missing from 6 galaxies. Aldebaran, Bull's bloodshot eye, near Moon December 15, 1617. James Webb Telescope, launch no earlier than December 24. The next news is from Politico. Eastern brinkmanship, tensions with Russia overshadows summit with ex-Soviet countries. COVID's deadly trade-offs, by the numbers, how each state has fared in the pandemic. Boris Johnson warns of Omicron tidal wave as he vows faster booster vaccinations. Germany expels Russian diplomats after court rules Moscow ordered murder of dissident. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. At key meeting, European Central Bank faces dual test of inflation and Omicron. The January 6th puzzle piece that's going largely ignored. Opinion: the Israel-Emirati rapprochement won't solve Biden's problem in the Middle East. Know when to hold and know when to fold. Progressives accept limits of their power. Jeff Jackson expected to drop out of North Carolina Senate race. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. The regions where property listings have surged post-lockdown. Bird numbers unlikely to fully recover despite drought-breaking rains and floods. Set on a roll, thousands stand out in a year when all missed out. Set class of 2021 full of hope after another tough year. Set 2021, student on a roll. Virus cases are real people and not mere numbers. Westgate Tunnel project to cost state extra $1.9 billion. Wallabies great David Puckett to run for the Senate. From the archives, 1991, new boss right at home in the media scrum. In the Herald, December 17, 1971. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The antitrust fight may have killed one of Silicon Valley's most powerful lobbying groups. Economic report, U.S. jobless claims climb 18,000 to 206,000, but still near lowest level since 1960s. Best new ideas in money, Ninja, the world's top streamer, on what video games teach about money and investing. Economic report, new home construction surges higher, even as lumber costs soar. Economic report, Philly Fed manufacturing index slides in December amid elevated inflation. IPO report, the IAT IPO gets an AOK, as Samsara stock gains after pricing atop of range. The ratings game, Roblox stock falls 9% as results show slowdown after Halloween outage. Drug makers keep developing new COVID-19 booster candidates amid the spread of Omicron. Biden's big social spending bill now likely won't pass Senate until next year, analysts say. Market extra, ECB to end emergency pandemic asset buys in March, while Bank of England delivers Super Thursday surprise. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Homes, cars and IP, the valuation method intriguing patent lawyers, Bloomberg Law. BioWorld by Clarivat identifies the top 6 global biopharmaceutical stories and trends of 2021, PR Newswire. Computer patents for implemented inventions in Australia, the National Law Review. New filing challenges Compass Pathways' infamous patent on synthetic psilocybin, Vice. Dr. Darren Woodside, Texas Heart Institute v. Uric Alert. Voice Palcom Incorporated Management's discussion and analysis of financial condition and results of operations, Form 10-K, MarketScreener.com. Planned introduction of the new Polish Act on Industrial Property Law, Lexology. Irlands wins Best CEO Award, PR Newswire. Henry Ornstein, Transformers creator and poker champion, dead at 98, New York Post. Lynch LLP clarifies emerging patent trends, iNews. The next headlines are from Quartz. What you need to know about Biden's plan to restart student loan payments. A celebrity couple's divorce has become a symbol of declining China-Taiwan relations. Is a mask mandate in the U.S. the same as a law? Can private industry get NASA to the moon? The youngest black female professor ever to be tenured at Oxford was born in Kenya. New York City's natural gas ban is a major milestone for city climate policy. As Africa's artifacts start to be returned, what about its films? Fed winds down stimulus. How Jay Powell sees inflation evolving in 2022. It is time India engaged more seriously with the world over the Antarctic. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. U.S. prepares to spend $42 billion on a broadband problem it cannot accurately measure. UEFA Blitz has kept a traditional TV station delisted in Google for months. Content moderation case study, Nintendo blocks players from discussing COVID, other subjects, 2020. How China uses Western influencers as pawns in its propaganda war. How attacks on Section 230 could put addiction recovery efforts at risk. More info leaks about the CBP's counter-terrorism division's targeting of journalists. Daily Deal, the complete 2022 Microsoft Office Masterclass Bundle. The Senate's Finsta problem. FAA ignores FCC, limits U.S. 5G over unsubstantiated safety concerns. The Papas and the Papas, burger joint rebrands over trademark dispute. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Selling Tampa. Lewis Hamilton. Jackson State University. DeAndre Hopkins. Croft Philadelphia cream cheese shortage. Todrick Hall. Urban Meyer. Lakers. Survivor. National Weather Service. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. UK hikes interest rates to beat 10-year inflation high. World War III has already begun, Russia. TikTok could rival Amazon's Twitch in game streaming. All-time high number of guns seized in U.S. airports. Economic superpower faked stats for years. WHO official reveals when Russia's Sputnik V jab could be approved. Protesters in 90% vaccinated nation demonstrate against COVID-19 curbs. U.S. deploys F-15 fighters closer to Russian borders. Australians urged not to panic and overreact over Omicron. Queen cancels pre-Christmas family lunch due to Omicron, Buckingham Palace source. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Watch, DeSantis introduces Stop Woke Act, says CRT is elite-driven phenomenon. U.S. housing start surged in November. Initial jobless claims rebound from 52-year lows. Santa rally is finally here, futures hit all-time high day after Powell goes full Jean-Claude Trichet. New York City bans natural gas from new buildings. ECB to discontinue pandemic purchase program in March, boost core QE pace to €40 billion in Q2. South Africa health minister says hospitalizations and deaths remain low. What the markets expect from the ECB today. Cable spikes after Bank of England unveils surprise rate hike. Tesla is suing its critics in China. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. How Poland influences opinion over the Belarus border crisis. UK, BO delivers its first pandemic rate hike to combat inflation. 1971 Pakistan, I was born days after my dad died. Cop out no more, it is time to address livestock production waste. 1971 Bangladesh, none of them returned. What will the pandemic look like in 2022? Ebola outbreak in DRC's east declared over. Oil market dynamics are changing. Mercedes F1 team withdraws appeal against Verstappen title. Bangladesh marks 50 years of liberation war victory over Pakistan. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Obama's ethics director attacks Pelosi for supporting lawmaker stock trading. Inspector General, FBI agents had sex with prostitutes while on overseas assignment. Marry Trump, Trump has a movement about undoing our democracy. NFL publishes map falsely showing Taiwan as part of China. Mexican man beaten to death in Chicago while putting up Christmas lights. Watch, Maryland sheriff's deputies wade into frigid waters to rescue woman. Carville, strap in people, January 6 probe will expose Trump was behind a massive criminal act. Warren, SCOTUS has lost the respect of the American people, we need more justices. Joe Biden flying illegal aliens, deported by Trump, back to U.S. Report, Biden's agencies purge term alien in favor of non-citizen. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man collects $1 M lottery jackpot nearly 2 decades after $100,000 win. Watch, lost dog turns up weeks later at British Columbia ski resort. Watch, Minnesota teen's 4-inch mouth gape recaptures Guinness World Record. Watch, Texas homeowner security camera captures dozens of visiting hogs. Watch, Welsh woman amasses collection of 1,760 Christmas bauble decorations. Watch, police, firefighters rescue deer stuck between fence bars. Watch, British man earns Guinness record with 7,921 Christmas brooches. Watch, escaped zebras return to Maryland herd after more than 3 months loose. Kraft offers customers $20 apology for cream cheese shortage. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Genetics research uncovers new hope for people with stuttering conditions. 93-year-old in Quebec donates cherished island, after protecting it from city sprawl for 50 years. Monarch butterflies employ a sun compass on their long-distance migration. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 16th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. NFL head coach accused of kicking kicker. 7-foot beehive removed from St. Pete home, revealing 100 pounds of honey behind bathroom wall. 2 children die, several critically injured after jumping castle blown into air at school. Anchorage mayor turned off fluoride in city water for about 5 hours. Philadelphia officials urge residents to avoid holiday gatherings with people from other households. Chrissy Teigen calls plumber after daughter Luna's first tooth falls down the sink. Trump-loving sheriff files criminal complaint against woman for mean tweets about anti-maskers, report. Flavor Flav nearly crushed to death by boulder. Kraft will pay you $20 not to make cheesecake for Christmas. North Korea has reportedly publicly executed at least 7 people for watching K-pop. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. What a loyal customer really wants, hint, it's not the discounts. Prepare to pay more for car updates with 3G sunsetting. What's the difference between a junior, mid-level, and senior developer? After a big year for cryptocurrencies, what's on the horizon in 2022? We've hosted more than 6,000 hackathons, here's what we learned. Intel says the metaverse requires a 1000x boost in computing power. What NASA hopes to discover from spacecraft that touch the sun. Research, you might think Twitter is a hellhole, but its memes are surprisingly wholesome. Oppo's first foldable could finally offer competition to Samsung's devices. Neural networks can hide malware, and scientists are worried. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Mystery behind formation of surface ice shapes on Pluto unraveled. Exotic quantum particles, less magnetic field required. Study of Antarctic ice's deep past shows it could be more vulnerable to warming. How a fly's brain calculates its position in space. Quantum theory needs complex numbers. Making apple spirits taste better. Newest recycling emits emerging synthetic antioxidants. High blood pressure treatment in pregnancy appears safe, prevents maternal heart risks. Meltwater influences ecosystems in the Arctic Ocean. Biodiversity loss in plants worldwide. The next headlines are from Information Week. Quantum compute report card, we need a lot more machines. Attackers target Log4j to drop ransomware, web shells, backdoors. Companies need customer-centric business process engineering. 5 steps to an effective security assessment. Leveraging AI ops in the finance industry. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 16th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA sets coverage, invites public to virtually join next cargo launch. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. For Utes quarterback Cam Rising, Utah's trip to the Rose Bowl is about a promise he made to Ty Jordan. Newly released records show it was standard practice for Bayou police to help with honor code surveillance. Letter, looking for fraud in our elections, start with gerrymandering. While others conserve water, Utah believes it can build its way out of drought. This group is responsible. The Triple Team, Jazz show versatility, star-powered excellence and win against short-handed Clippers. Utah Jazz beat LA Clippers for 8th straight win. Former Aggie star Kobe McEwen scores 26, but Utah State gets the W over Faber. Bringing Danny Ainge into the Utah Jazz's front office is about as getting it right. Police search for missing 19-year-old Snow College student last seen leaving dorm. Surface Transportation Board approves proposed Uinta Basin Oil Railway. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Federal court blocks Texas unconstitutional social media law. Biometrics company Clear is bringing its airport scanners to retail stores. U.S. airlines warn 5G wireless could cause havoc with flights. New York City is banning natural gas hookups to fight climate change. Vodia becomes the first unionized game studio in North America. U.S. to blacklist 8 more Chinese companies, including drone maker DJI. Pelosi rejects stock trading ban for members of Congress. Apple delays corporate return to offices indefinitely. U.S. surpasses 800,000 COVID-19 deaths. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Crash causes 2 right lanes of WB-70 past Zumbale to close. Smash and grab thieves at DGX on Washington Avenue. Rockwood, Lindbergh School District's vote on optional masks tonight. Man shot and killed in St. Louis County's Carsonville neighborhood. Rain showers Thursday morning, high temps in the 50s. Car crashes into St. Louis City Patrol car in Central West End. St. Louis County has over $800K left over from COVID gift card program. Belleville daycare under investigation after letting toddler leave alone. St. Louis air travelers face unusual December weather. Illinois nail salon owners lighthearted response after giant Santa stolen. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Shipping a package for the holidays, deadlines are rapidly approaching. The steps up effort to stop smash and grab robberies. El Cajon mayor, city won't enforce new statewide indoor mask mandate. Gun-toting thieves rob Miramar Arco gas station. 4 new Omicron cases reported in San Diego County as mask mandate returns. Man wanted on domestic violence charges evades capture after dangerous police pursuit. Texas pipeline company charged in SoCal oil spill. California among states to volunteer to take more cuts in Colorado River water. Engineer, Navy warship fire might be electrical, not arson. Why San Francisco gets an exception to new statewide mask mandate. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Navy supercarrier launch and recover F-35s for first time. U.S. Air Force purchase additional Gatling-style cannons. U.S. Army awards contract to General Dynamics for disposal of depleted uranium. Finland to sign $11 million deal to upgrade Leopard 2 tanks. U.S. Navy conducts high-energy laser weapon demonstration in Gulf of Aden. L3Harris gets $7.8 contract modification for hypersonic missile tracking program. Raytheon received $269 million for Revolved Sea Sparrow Block II missile production. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. What is happening in Xinjiang as 2021 draws to a close? DJI to be blacklisted by U.S. Treasury Department. Multinationals in 2021, a new reality of doing business in China. Donglin movement, morality and repression in Imperial China. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. 58-foot bridge stolen in Ohio. Can my pets get COVID? Vast majority of American workers like their jobs, even as a record number quit them. Jana Duggar speaks out on endangering a minor charges, I was certainly never arrested. Bay Area rain causes building safety concerns. Napa man convicted of child rape to serve life in prison. San Pablo police officers kill man carrying airsoft gun in Richmond. How retailers are trying to stop organized retail theft. Estate of Betty Lynn, Thelma Lou on the Andy Griffith Show, to be auctioned off. California Department of Education official resigns. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. One dead as Midwest storm brings hurricane-force wind gusts. House panel demands information on federal execution drug. Germany, 4 men suspected of procuring bomb material arrested. Hive updates, UK travel industry decries French COVID rules. Nearly ready for takeoff, Mount Prospect backs $2.5 billion redevelopment of United HQ. Better, WGN Radio renews morning host Bob Sirott. Odeum Expo Center in Via Park positioned by the village for a sale. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle's Argosy Cruises ends telecom excursion at Blake Island over pandemic challenges. Seattle's Space Needle cancels in-person New Year's Eve fireworks 3rd year in a row, replaced by virtual celebration. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Guatemala, Honduras. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 16th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from Cypher Brief Security News and High-Level Analysis. 5G Security, it's 0 hour for Zero Trust. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Apple delays return to offices indefinitely, gives each employee $1,000 for equipment. Bruce Springsteen reportedly sold his music catalog for $500 Last child tax credit checks sent out, program to expire unless Congress revives it for 2022. 2 men shot when over 40 rounds were fired during gunfight at Cloverleaf Park, deputies say. Officials plead for help in finding 13-year-old girl whose family was killed in tornado outbreak. It's a big relief, man arrested in connection with shooting death of spring mom of 5. No Good Deed, a crowdfunding holiday heist follows Johnny Bobbitt, Mark D'Amico and Kate McClure. Record challenging temps this week. Puerto Rican music producer Flo La Movie dies in plane crash with family. Cher reveals herself as masked photographer to Houston couple's viral birthday picture. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Postal hike doesn't stop catalogers from stuffing mailboxes. Ousted McDonald's CEO returns $105 after misconduct. European Central Bank to taper pandemic stimulus, but gently. Citizenship Agency charts new course with fiscal challenges. Hive updates, UK Prime Minister denies stealth lockdown plan. Bank of England raises interest rates to combat inflation. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. New York City Council gives Soho NoHo rezoning a thumbs up. New York City Council effectively bans gas in new building construction. A flurry of bills for the council's last act. Extra, stop putting margarine on jorts, Pam. NYC releases final details for private sector vaccine mandate. NYPD's first woman commissioner faces applause and skepticism. New bill would crack down on NJ's Wild West hemp industry. Another detainee at Rikers dies in custody, 16th in city jails this year. The fight is on to make fearless girl independent. Early edition, hide your kids from this ornery Santa-hating Sicilian bishop. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Energy inequality in Latin America exacerbated by pandemic, high prices. Venezuela violated jurists' rights, UN Human Rights Committee says. COVID-19 cases and deaths in the Americas triple in 2021. South Sudan, headwinds warning from UN mission chief over peace accord. Rights defenders under attack in Asia, UN experts. Youth at forefront of climate change action will make biggest impact. UN Rights Office urges Colombia to reform policing of protests. COVID-19 leads to over 50 million more hungry people in Asia Pacific. Fundamental freedoms squeezed in Ukraine, Human Rights Council hears. UN agency begins COVID vaccine rollout for 7,500 stranded migrants in Yemen. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Digital surveillance, the real motive behind push to vaccinate kids. YouTube censors bombshell Joe Rogan interview with cardiologist Peter McCullough. Google employees that don't upload their vaccination proof to a central database will lose their jobs. A huge Israeli study shows natural COVID immunity is far superior to the vaccine-generated kind. 89 Africans killed by mysterious new illness emerging in South Sudan. Power outage, too bad. California just banned the sale of gas-powered generators, lawnmowers, and leaf blowers. Russia and Israel, a double standard in international condemnation. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Pro-Trump commentator Melissa Tate suspended by Twitter. Questions raised over candle factory decisions before Toronto collapse. Yes, 3 residents of the village's retirement community have been accused of voter fraud. Did Coca-Cola announce change to more relevant Black Santa Claus? Did Oprah Winfrey endorse Whoopi Goldberg's CBD line? 2021 in review, highlights from Snopes.com. Sewell to be first woman, third black person to lead NYC police. Florida district to pay $26 million to shooting victims. Happy 100th, Bloody Mary, Paris marks cocktail's birthday. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Idaho sheriff accused of pulling gun on church youth group, I will f***ing shoot you. This GOP politician wants to turn you into a COVID-19 snitch. MIF worded up, Maggie Gyllenhaal asks the dangerous questions with a lost daughter. He stabbed her 25 times, they said he was sleepwalking. And just like that reminds me how my own friendships went wrong. Prosecutor going after Antifa peddled anti-Semitic George Soros conspiracies. Billie Eilish thinks my vagina looks F-wording crazy. Dems pivot to voting rights and attempt to pass literally anything. Joe Biden didn't live up to his big coronavirus promise. Iceland just got a new luxury hotel with some New York cool. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Allison Bowles, a Danny Echevarria's fiancée, on Future after 9 months apart. Station 11 on HBO Max, premiere time, episode count, and more. Ben Affleck responds to backlash over Jennifer Garner comments. Kemba Walker's benching cannot hide the problem Julius Randle has become for the Knicks. Ghislaine Maxwell Hive updates, defense to begin their case. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Astro for Kids have we made an object that can travel at 1% the speed of light? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Birdsong bumps up from top 5 on Australian album chart. White House urges boosters to combat Omicron. Dr. August on Omicron severity, contagiousness and effectiveness of treatments. FDA could authorize boosters for 16 and 17-year-olds, improving fight against COVID-19. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson announces new COVID restrictions in England as he deals with political scandal. Meteorologist explains rare December tornadoes across Heartland. New push for vaccine boosters as Delta variant drives up COVID hospitalizations. With Omicron on its doorstep, countries in Asia are closing up. Dr. David August on what the US can learn from the Omicron tidal wave headed for the UK. Michael Strahan, Alan Shepard's daughter and 4 others blast off in Blue Origin rocket. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Music producer Flo La movie among 9 dead after private jet crash in Dominican Republic. Severe storm strikes Midwest, spawning tornadoes and toppling trucks. Water found lurking in minerals beneath Martian surface. Florida Air Reserve Base briefly evacuated after explosive device is damaged. Apple delays return to office, gives employees $1,000 bonus. Controversial Soho rezoning plan passes NYC Council, paving way for 3,000 new apartments. Labradoodle set on fire is expected to survive, as police seek perpetrator. Michael Jordan graces Wheaties box for a record 19th time to commemorate 100th anniversary. Black woman handcuffed naked in botched Chicago police raid gets $2.9 million in settlement. Woman drugged boyfriend because he wouldn't shut the F up, cops say. The following headlines are from military.com. The Marine Corps aging amphibious vehicle fleet will be kept out of the water. Supreme Court to hear case of reservist pushed out of police job over burn pit-related illness. Guardsman in January 6th mob gets probation, still serving in the Guard. Defense bill headed to Biden's desk as military justice debate rages on. 2022 basic allowance for housing rates are going up, but some pandemic bumps are gone. Pentagon looks to microbes to feed troops with air, water, maybe even trash turned to protein. The Navy is getting ready to boot vaccine refusers, but is offering an olive branch. Navy Exchange will disconnect its afloat phone service on most ships this month. U.S. Navy fires laser weapon in Mideast amid drone boat threat. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Daywatch, state in talks to sell Thompson Center for $70 million. CPS urges at-home COVID tests for kids over winter break. Wind gusts reach 74 miles per hour at the lake. High winds cause damage in Chicago. Wind gusts reach 74 miles per hour at the lake, multiple trees and power lines downed as cold front pushes into Chicago area bringing smoke from fires in Kansas. Temps spiked to record-breaking 66 as gusts could reach 60 miles per hour Wednesday night in the Chicago area. Secure those holiday decorations. Column, Chicago oligarch caught infiltrating holiday food drive in attempt to make handsome columnist look bad. Timeline, the Chicago Blackhawks video coach scandal, and what has happened next. Chicago Blackhawks reach a settlement with Kyle Beach in the former prospect's negligence lawsuit over an alleged sexual assault in 2010. Illinois Teachers Union calls for legislation holding districts accountable to school safety requirements in wake of Michigan shooting. Mayor Lori Lightfoot responds after city's former top lawyer calls her tenure a disaster and criticizes Anjanette Young settlement. Special prosecutor again seeking release of full report on handling of the Jussie Smollett case. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Toward fusion energy, team models plasma turbulence on the nation's fastest supercomputer. Researchers probe the performance of high-temperature superconductor. Fake news and fact-checking, study examines social media use during the pandemic. The recent killer tornado's track is visible from space. Parasitic honeybee mite jolts in the hive and uses vibrations to sense where it is. The emergence and perils of polarization. New DNA sequencing technique preserves cells' locations within tissues. Sensor detects toxins in drinking water sources. Polarization, diversity, and democratic robustness. Concurrent heat waves 7 times more frequent than 1980s. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 16th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. NFTs bigger and bigger cost. Blood supplies in the US are dangerously low right now. The best blue light blocking glasses. What makes Christmas music sound Christmassy? 5 incredible weather phenomena. How prepared is Earth for a potential asteroid collision? The world's largest volcano is hidden beneath the ocean. Best hotel pillows review of 5-star luxury. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. U.S. home construction jumps 11.8% in November. U.S. jobless claims rise to a still low 206,000. EPA details push to tighten rules for lead in drinking water. Alaska judge allows evidence about alternative suspects. Baltimore police officer on life support after shooting. How to keep building projects underway despite winter weather. Setting up soothing spaces, 7 designer techniques to make home a sanctuary. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Share the spirit, Veterans Accession House helps homeless veterans find stability, community in Pittsburgh. Who has the edge? Dolphins, 6-7, versus Jets, 3-10. Trucker's 110-year sentence in fatal 28-car pileup spotlights Colorado sentencing laws, prosecutors charging decisions. 49ers Deebo Samuel mirrored in versatility by Falcons RPWR Patterson. Choice downtown San Jose data center site is grabbed by big developer. Editorial, voters need speedy resolution on case against Santa Clara County Sheriff. San Francisco homicide, 1 dead, 2 injured in south of Market. Omar Kelly, here's what Dolphins have to do to sweep the Jets. Opinion, as Apple shows, Californians can fix their own possessions. Rivian, Audi, BMW top list of the best electric vehicles of 2021. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. White House to companies, hackers love to strike on holidays. France bans non-essential travel from the UK, fearing Omicron surge. Facebook whistleblower Frances Haugen has book deal. Pete Buttigieg, Brian Dees to unveil plan to put new truck drivers behind the wheel. DHS protected areas policy makes DC a city of sanctuaries. Defense set to make the case that Ghislaine Maxwell is taking the fall for Jeffrey Epstein. Powerful typhoon hits Philippines, nearly 100,000 evacuated. Music producer Jose Angel Hernandez, 8 others killed in Dominican plane crash. Senate Democrat derails final passage of ban on China imports made with Uyghur forced labor. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The mysterious case of Joe Biden and the future of drone wars. Louisiana policy intended to reform solitary confinement still leaves people in indefinite lockdown. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 4 people, including a firefighter, seriously injured in Belmont Central apartment fire. 5 shot, 1 fatally, in Chicago Wednesday. 2 robbers hit Mag Mile stores and tase a security guard, 1 arrest made. Dear Abby, family keeps putting down my weight, even after I lost it. Media histrionics versus reality. The Lost Daughter, Maggie Gyllenhaal directs chilling psychological drama set at a beach getaway. 16-year-old boy shot in Kenwood. Man shot to death after SUV crashes into his car South Shore. Jeff Garlin leaves the Goldbergs after complaints about his behavior. Horoscope for Thursday, December 16, 2021. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Kohli saga, BCCI unlikely to take any hasty step. I was never a politician, Metroman Sridharan quits politics. GR Captivaran Singh's mortal remains brought to Bhopal. We will deal with it, Ganguly declines comments on Kohli's captaincy change remarks. Indira took 32 bullets for country, ignored on Vijay Diwas. InPix, most searched athletes on Google. Google gets tough on COVID vaccination, sends new memo. Akhilesh announces alliance with Uncle Shivpal's party. Delhi government to register 10-year-old diesel vehicles on January 1st. Signs you most likely have Omicron and not regular cold. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Things to do, folk performs at Continental Club. The former Texan injury hack hits WR DeAndre Hopkins. Things to do, listen to The Zealot Gene by Jethro Tull and Ian Anderson. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston December. Best bets the week of December 16th to 22nd. Things to do, Sarah Brightman, Smart Financial Center, December 18th, 2021. Laura Houston pops up for a day. Things to do, Houston's New Year's Eve and Day Dining Guide 2021. The art of travel isn't the only art at Houston's airports. Baylor's Aranda among 9 finalists for Bryant Award. The next headlines are about world records making news. Students participate in Guinness World Records Global Dance Event, Times News Online, teenonline.com. Lowell's Terry Van Vecht is an amazing world record holder at 61, WBCKFM.com. Buddies plan to break barbecue world record, and you're invited, The Daily Memphian. Pakistan sets Guinness World Record at drive-in concert, Q-Ticket Entertainment News. Department of Justicia Kat and Nicki Minaj make Guinness World Record with Say So, The News International. Eyeing a Guinness World Record, Kurdish athlete pulls double-decker bus in Erbil, Kurdistan 24. Runified 50 km world record will be under siege in Gibraltar, Herald Live. 2021 SC World's Picks and Previews, Women's 5-0, 100, 200 breast, swim swam. Mario Kart speedrunner sets incredible world record time, Screen Rant. Which world records are in danger at Short Course Worlds, swim swam. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Stripe wants its pebble of carbon removal investments to ripple across the pond of human existence for centuries. Schwinn electric scooters recalled over loose and cracking handlebars. UK, Denmark, and Australia report highest daily COVID-19 cases of pandemic. Watch the eggs. A Goonies TV show has truffle shuffled to Disney+. Signal now lets you call up to 39 of your fellow criminals at once. New York City passes landmark bill to ban new gas hookups. The NFT ghouls are going full mask off with Stanley and Bob Ross collections. The windstorm whipping the U.S. looks terrifying. Sure sounds like children are gonna die on the Witcher Kids show. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Telford in Australia at 114.26 degrees Fahrenheit or 45.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Sejong in Kyle at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Rigetti announces 80-qubit processor, experiments with quadrants. Current vaccines are enough to fight Omicron, but massive wave is coming fast. New York City bans new natural gas hookups in step toward all-electric future. Patch fixing critical Log4j0 day has its own vulnerability that's under exploit. Today's best deals, Apple Watch Series 7, gaming gift cards, and more. Tesla sexual harassment lawsuits multiply as 6 more women sue Musk-led firm. Pfizer's anti-COVID drug still looks effective after further analysis. No jab, no job, Google will fire unvaccinated employees. Polestar 2 owners will be able to purchase more performance via OTA update. Review, Spider-Man, No Way Home is the best superhero film of the year. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Ghislaine Maxwell will not testify in her trial because she's too fragile, lawyers. Here's how subpoenaed Trump allies are exploiting the law to run out the clock on justice. Unprecedented extreme weather batters Midwest days after tornadoes cut path of devastation. Welcome to the Meadows Moron Club. Michael Cohen taunts Jim Jordan after his January 6 texts fall under scrutiny. Kyrsten Sinema imperils last-ditch voting rights push with asinine filibuster defense. Democratic congressman delivers 5-word response to Russian lawmaker calling him a bastard who should be kidnapped. Louis Gohmert's involvement in January 6 riot and his pressure campaign on Pence has gone largely overlooked so far. Springsteen sells music catalog for $500 million, U.S. media reports. Biden taps JFK daughter Caroline as Australia ambassador. The threat Republicans pose to the Republic should be Democrats' top priority, conservative. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. A Cuban doctor fled Havana in search of asylum. He ended up stranded in Istanbul instead. Antibiotic use in U.S. farm animals was falling, now it's not. North Carolina's largest paper, and I think Mark Meadows is a disgrace. Derek Chauvin pleads guilty to violating George Floyd's civil rights. Biden administration's epic oil lease auction was totally unnecessary. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton tried to overturn the election, now he's going after Roe. Is turning chicken poop into fuel a good idea? The House just voted to seek criminal charges against Meadows for inquiry obstruction. Congress agreed on drastic military sexual assault reform, then 4 men behind closed doors got their hands on it. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Planetary protection, a student perspective, SETI Institute. Spotify celebrates Wrapped with a totally normal party for 2021, Spotify.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Aptonix initiates Phase 2b study of NIC 783 in patients with post-traumatic stress disorder, Business Wire. DFG to fund 8 new research units, Uric Alert. Prediction errors disrupt hippocampal representations and update episodic memories, pnas.org. Black Feminist Tools, Critique, and Technopolitics, Journal No. 123 December 2021, Flux. Global SID Model Market 2021 Advantages and Applications Trends and Top Players, Charles River Laboratories International, Incorporated, Invigo, Eurofin Scientific SE, Digital Journal. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Crypto billionaire and bioengineer launch new anti-aging startup, screenshot. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 16, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. UFOs, they seemed to have the ability to change their density, Kenneth Arnold. UFOs UAP, we don't need no stinking science. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 16, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News.8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News.8. All rights reserved.